Busted.
The reviews are in.
Awesome.
You wanted more Joe Concha. And we heard you. More Joe. More show.
We're talking to you. Under promise and over deliver.
Joe Concha. Weeknights at 9. Plus Sunday mornings at 11 on 77 WABC.
Jimmy Kimmel no longer tries to be funny. Not that he ever really was.
Joe Concha. Weeknights at 9. Plus Sunday mornings at 11.
Democrats defending cocaine coming into the country.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Sunday morning. Well, we talked to Secretary Kennedy on Wednesday when he was in Harrisburg. And, wow, what a discussion we had. Sunday morning, did you get some time to relax a little bit on a Sunday morning, Mr. Secretary?
Well, I'm celebrating my birthday with Cheryl this weekend, so it's the most relaxing weekend that I've had for a long time.
And you're much younger than me, which is good news.
I think we're almost the same age. I just turned 72.
I'm a couple years older than you, and President Trump is a couple years older than me, so I'm halfway between you and him.
Oh, you are a picture of health, John, so...
Well, thank you for calling in, and tell us, I mean, you're doing a great job keeping the American people, giving them notice on what to eat and what not to eat, and to make sure that, one of my doctors that I'm on with him on every Sunday, Dr. Michalos, I say to him, he said to me, limit your alcohol and no sugar, no salt. I mean, that's a good start, right?
That is, and, unfortunately, the dietary guidelines that we've had for the last 50 years have been telling us to stuff ourselves with sugars and salts and refined carbohydrates and ultra-processed food, and it's been killing us. And today, as a result of that, we have the sickest population, the sickest children in the world. We have the highest chronic disease burden in the world. And most of those diseases are food-induced. And the good news is, by eating good food, you can lose your diagnosis for most diabetes, most type 2 diabetes, and for many other chronic diseases. So we are now issuing a food permit for the first time. It is science-based instead of based upon the mercantile interests of the ultra-processed food companies, which captured FDA. And it's telling you to eat protein, to eat meats, dairy, cheeses, chicken, and to eat plenty of vegetables and fruits and high fiber grains. So, and if people change this is going to drive the changes in our diet and our school lunch programs, in our prisons, and the military, and the subsidized programs like Head Start and WIC and the SNAP program, and we're going to try to change the dietary culture in our country so that Americans are once again the healthiest people in the world as they were when you and I was a kid. When my uncle was president, we spent zero on chronic disease in this country. That's how much we spent, zero. Today we spend $4.3 trillion.
Wow.
40 cents out of every taxpayer dollar is going to food-induced chronic diseases, and we should not be doing that. We cannot solve our healthcare crisis in this country or our financial crisis by changing the ICD codes or the insurer who pays for what. We need to eliminate chronic disease, and that's what President Trump has ordered me to do.
Mr. Secretary, we know each other a long time. It's the fact is that what I say, and I know I'm in the supermarket business, if a national manufacturer makes it, they are more interested how good does it taste and how long it's going to act is going to last on the shelf. Versus,
Well, you know what?
yes,
John, I was peripherally involved in the tobacco cases back in the late 80s. And the tobacco companies saw the writing on the wall. They were the richest companies in the world at that time, cash rich. They had more cash on hand than any other companies. But they saw that there were regulatory headwinds and litigation heading their way, and their consumers were cutting down on smoking. So they decided to diversify. And how did they do that? They bought the food companies. So by 1995, the two biggest food companies in the world were Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds. And they moved all of these thousands of scientists who were busy for years making tobacco more addictive. And they moved them to figure out ways to make food addictive and to make it so that it doesn't fill you up. And they invented all of these, took these chemicals off the shelf, and they laced the food with sugars and salts, which are addictive. And they use chemicals and softeners to hijack our brains so that the food tastes good, it smells good, but it has no nutrition, so it doesn't fill you up, so you keep stuffing your pie hole all day. And that's what makes Americans obese. Our kids today now at a 20% obesity rate. Our adults are 40%. And it's not because Americans suddenly got lazy or indolent or hungry. It's because they were poisoned. Their minds were deliberately addicted to eat poison all day long. And we are going to end that now with this administration.
well, Mr. Secretary, I got to tell you a true story. You know, I'm a diabetic for 40 years. And I have it fully under control, where the fact that I use insulin and I keep my A1C down to below 5.5, which is non-diabetic, because I'm careful what I do. But one of those fast food places, and I won't mention brands, I ate. There was nothing else to eat, and I watched my sugar count and I watched my glucose count. And I eat a simple fish sandwich, and my insulin and my glucose count goes up tremendously. So I scratched my head. I said, what is in that fish sandwich that made my glucose go up? It's only fish, but it must be some other ingredients in there too.
Well, the bun is pretty much pure sugar, and, there's sugar in everything. It's in the tartar sauce. It's in the cheese. It's in everything. So
it makes it taste better.
It makes it taste better. It's addictive. The sugar, in prehistorical times, people would find sugar a couple of times a year when there was a fruit bloom, or they stumbled on a bee's nest. They were able to get honey, and it was in small amounts. There were other nutrients in that fruit that were good for you, so you developed a hunger for them and an appetite for them, and people wanted it. Now there's sugar on 365 days a year, and 24 hours a day. It's screaming at you from your refrigerator, and we have those same biological drives, but now the availability of it is making us all terribly, terribly sick. And, like I said, we have, when you and I were kids, the average pediatrician would see one case of diabetes over a 40, 50-year career. Today, 38% of American teens are diabetic. And we're spending $1 trillion a year just on that metabolic challenge. And it's because the sugar is been made available because the companies know it's addictive, so they load the food, and we've been subsidizing it with the federal SNAP program. About 10% of food stamps goes to buying sugar drink, which is the worst form of sugar. And then 78% of those kids end up on Medicaid, and we pay for their diabetes treatments. Oh, it's killing us economically. It's destroying our national security. 77% of American kids can't qualify for military service.
Oh, my God.
So this is a national crisis. It's existential for our country, and we got to end it.
Mr. Secretary, we're almost out of time, but I'll tell you what I tell my kids and what I tell other kids that are growing up. If our Creator made it, eat it. If a national manufacturer made it, be careful and read the ingredients.
Yeah, another way of putting that is, if it comes in a package and it looks like it belongs in a package, don't open the package because there's poison in there. Don't eat it. Eat real food.
I agree with you 100%. And you know what I love? I love nuts that God made, our Creator made. I love nuts. I love fresh fruits. I love fresh vegetables, etc., etc., etc. Mr. Secretary, thank you for what you're doing for our kids and grandkids. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.